is meeting on Wednesday at 9 o'clock to discuss the entire CEDA program. So, Commissioner Rifley.
Very quickly, Mr. Chairman, thank you. I had given to each one of you the note to Travelers Insurance. There have been a couple additions. Mark Gatton from the Sheriff's Department had none, but Mike Barton down at the bottom of page 2, just a couple comments. I will ask Mrs. Smith to type this over or add these on, but we'll have 90 evaluations of reflective light on signs. They'll be going out with trucks and be sure the right distance do you get to a stop sign.
Oh, okay.
And stop signs, yield signs, and speed limit signs will be given top priority. Those to be sure that they are reflective. MUTCD, don't ask me what that stands for. It stands for something. Inspection criteria will be followed. Those are some federal and state guidelines of which there should be or should not be signed. Outside of that, Mr. Sewell has waived any additions or corrections. What this is, it gives anyone who drives a county vehicle certain responsibilities, and if they fall under hit and run, DUIs, any of those, particularly leaving the scene of an accident, a fault of a fatal accident. There are about 8 or 9 things in there that if they fall under those, well, number one, if they get their CDL suspended, they will lose their license and probably their job. But the rest of it has to do how we can help our people to become better, more efficient drivers within the county. It doesn't make any difference within the planning department, health department, sheriff's department. The highway and the sheriff's department are the 2 largest departments, as you would guess. So I just throw that out, and that report will be done sometime this week, hopefully, if and then it will be forwarded on to the auditor's office. She will put, there's 2 other records, I think yours and Mr. LaRue's. So thank you, Mr. Chairman, that's all I have.
Okay, can I ask a couple questions about it?
Yeah.
Okay, item 1, these are just questions I had when I read it. The county coordinator or the department head will contact the State Board of Motor Vehicles. Why both? Why not just one or the other?
Well, that's the way I intended that. The county coordinator or department head will contact. I thought that would single them. I didn't mean for both of them.
Well, it sounds like either one could do it, and then would we have a good record?
Oh, I see what you mean.
Sounds like 2 different people could do it. That's his question. Then item number 2, drivers who have marginal driving records, is marginal defined anywhere?
Yes.
Like in points or anything? Because I don't know how else you define it.
A marginal driver would be anyone at the top of page 2 who has 1 or more of the following: conviction for alcohol or drug related, refuses to submit to a BAC test, conviction of reckless driving, moving violations, at-fault accidents, suspension, renovation of administrative restriction within the last 3 years.
Okay.
All of those, and there's 3 or 4 more, felony, fault and fatal accident, I said. All of those were taken from the suggestion that Travelers said.
Okay, I just assumed that was, that's a good list, but I assumed you had some guidance somewhere on that.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make Travelers Insurance feel
well, so that really answers my question, because my first thought was, who has more than one? More than one seems generous. Oh, you can have a conviction for reckless driving, and you can be at fault in a fatal accident, and that seems like that's generous. But if it comes from the insurance company, that's fine. The bottom one though really threw me. You could have 3 or more county vehicle physical damage claims in a 12-month period. I think we'd frown at anybody that had 3
Well,
or more.
And Mike was suggestion,
Okay.
and should that be over a certain amount, like over $1,500
Yeah,
damage
good, okay.
or something?
But again, if you're telling me this is what the insurance company wants, then I can really live with that, because that's what we're trying to, that's what we're trying to do here, is save
Every
taxpayers
one of those are taken
money.
from Mr. Tobler or Tobler's
Okay, okay,
list.
all right.
And this will include both on and off driving, just not while you're
Yeah,
doing a county vehicle. If you're driving your own truck and have an accident,
okay.
it's on there.
All right. Under sign inspections, I just don't want to make sure we bite off more we can chew here. Willie County has a full-time sign employee.
Mhm.
When proper notification is made to the highway department that a sign needs replaced, that sign replacement is done the same day. Does that include weekends and holidays?
On weekends, I was told that the 2 foremen who have a truck and have signs and posts in that truck, and if the regular sign man can't get there, they are called and it is done. And I was pretty well assured as soon as that call or notification comes in, that sign's up within an hour.
Excellent. That's,
I gave them a day.
I just thought, oh my, that's asking a lot
Yeah.
on a weekend or a holiday to drop
Yeah.
what you're doing and go do it.
You can't be left without a
My,
stop
but
sign.
then this is my final comment. This is a great document.
Oh,
I
thank
really
you.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
And then my last comment was, didn't have anything to do with this document, but we're doing a great job here. Are we going to work on, this is sort of directed to you, Pam, in some way. Are we gonna work on reducing work comp claims by education? For example, lifting and moving techniques, proper ways to lift, proper ways to move. I think we need to cut our work comp claims down. And I think we should, we're working, we got some real driving things here, but I think we should work on training for how to lift and move and
Along
do
with,
that, so.
going along with Tom and what he said, we're also working on ergonomics. I have travelers
Yeah.
working with me on ergonomics
Yeah.
training for next year, as well as Parkview, occupational health, to set up some free training for
Yeah.
some of our people to educate them. And we're looking at a transitional work policy, which is a light duty policy.
excellent.
And I can speak to you from going in there, there's actually a video in there of how to get in and out of a dump truck.
A dump truck, yes.
I
there
think
is.
that's funny, but we've had quite a few
No,
incidences.
and that's one that we're
we
looking
do,
at.
we have entries getting in and out of vehicles.
Right.
It's true.
So that's one that will probably be
Yeah.
viewed, I mean, we take for granted that
I-
someone would know how to get in and out, but just some quick
Well,
things.
this committee thing is fantastic.
The only thing we didn't do, Mr. Chairman, was make a differential between high-speed vehicles and just regular, say like Mr. Wagner, either one of them, inclined Commissioner of Health, driving their car, and a sheriff deputy or the EMS.
Yeah,
We just
Yeah.
left speed alone because
all right.
it's hard to, when you get down to that, we thought we'd be
That's
drawing
tough.
the line
Yeah.
too particular.
And I think I mentioned that, go on record publicly as saying the way EMS addressed it was by a product called Failsafe, which a speed limit is set for the ambulances. And when you exceed that speed limit, you know it because you have this high-pitched squeal in your back of your head telling you you're going too fast. If you brake too fast, it comes on. If you turn too hard, it comes on. I'm not telling you I liked it a lot, but I am telling you that it did slow ambulances down considerably. So products are out there. It's, do you want to spend $5,500 per vehicle to do it?
Well,
You have to weigh it out. So I understand what you're saying. That's way hard to work with. On
you can go in that EMS if you're in the back of 30, but if I'm in the back of it, no, I want to go in about 70.
Okay, so make a note of that.
Yes.
Well, thank you for your work.
No
on the
problem, I had a
committee
good
work.
committee.
Yeah, it is a good committee. I appreciate it. Anything else, sir?
No, thank
Okay,
you.
George?
We've only got a couple of things that we met with committee We formed a small committee to help us with GoPro and with our print management system. That went well. We're going to just actually form the committee the first of the year and decide what we're going to do as far as being a watchdog for those. And that's about it. Went to the ICC conference last week.
Yeah.
Marginally
And-
good sessions.
And didn't talk about wind.
No, not at all.
Wasn't on the agenda, so yeah, I enjoyed it too. Yeah, there was some good stuff there. So.
Mayors and Commissioners Caucus in Fort Wayne was mostly, we met with some of our reps and senators, state senators, everything. We're just trying to get initial meetings with them to be able to present them with items that we come up with. Highway Department funding was probably our main issue that we were talking about, and economic development, trying to get jobs and education.
Thank you for attending that. It wasn't possible for me to make it to the caucus that day, so. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay. Pam.
Yes, I have a couple things. The first one is a request for permission to use county facilities. The Columbia City Fire Department is doing their annual Christmas candy giveaway on December the 24th from 5 to 9 p.m. and they wanted to use the first floor of the courthouse. Tom LaRue.
Oh, I always thought they used their fire station. Yeah, okay.
He said they used it last year. Did they use the courthouse last year?
No. It's,
Over 360 days.
You don't remember that far back?
no,
Why wouldn't they use the fire station?
He didn't say. He said we did this last year.
I don't remember it.
Well, it's fine, he will cooperate with the city, but for youngsters to come in, I think they'd be excited, hey, we want a fire
The fire
department,
department.
see the rig.
well,
Yeah.
that's my thought. It's not that I wouldn't want them using our building. I'm thinking, man, they want to see fire trucks, so.
But maybe,
I suppose we could put a fire truck inside the courthouse, if that would help, but,
Since
Maybe
that's
just
fine.
park it outside.
yeah.
it's fine, I make a motion we approve it, I'm not
I'll second with discussion.
Motion and second discussion?
Question was, it's 5 to 9, do we have somebody that would be available? I mean, are we gonna have somebody from the county?
I can't answer that, but
I'm
here's
close that
what it was routed to: Denny Finker, Ron Glassley, and Jenny.
I can
So-
tell you that Tom LaRue has already spoken with Ron Glassley to make those arrangements. That's what I was told.
Okay.
So Ron
That's
does-
very
is aware
important,
of
that
it, yes.
we can't spring that upon. You're talking, if I'm looking at this right, you're talking Christmas Eve.
That's correct.
Does it say we're not open?
Yeah, we're not open.
Uh-uh.
No. And that's why he spoke with Ron. They've already made
Yeah.
arrangements.
All right, so you're asking somebody to work Christmas Eve, essentially. So, all right. Sorry, was that discussion then?
Yep.
Okay, so call for a vote then. All in favor, raise your right hand. All opposed, same.
Could you write on there, Mr. Chairman, if approved by security, so we know?
Thank you. Under conditions, comments.
Yeah, go ahead, put it
If
on there.
approved by courthouse security.
Yes, because they might come back and say, well, which one of you three guys coming in and watch candy?
Yeah, that's right. Which one are you coming in? Yeah.
I didn't realize it was on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
It is.
It
That's why I was asking to see if it was a misprint.
I didn't realize they did
Monday,
that.
December
So they
24th
must
from
have
5 to
wasted
9.
Yeah.
Fire department. See, I didn't realize
So-
that.
I don't remember that request.
Would you mind just absolutely double checking that date and time?
Mhm.
Or did you?
I'm gonna call Tom back. I told him I'd give him a call back.
Okay, if approved by courthouse security.
You know what's really weird is they're doing that huge Christmas thing this weekend, the 7th.
Did they always do that before on their facility? I don't know.
And that's right at the
He
courthouse.
said they've done that for years, so like you said, I'm assuming they did it in the fire station.
Oh, they've done the candy and the oranges and stuff. They've done it way a lot of years. I just never remembered in the courthouse and not on Christmas Eve. Okay, what else you got, ma'am?
Performance correction notice is copies from the Commissioners I just wanted to add in our policy, to advise the HR department prior to a verbal warning. And I also, this is the form that we give when we do disciplinary action for employees. I also wanted to add a line down here for county coordinator's signature so that we know that yes, it has been going through this office and that you guys are aware of it. More of a communication tool so that everybody knows what's going on. So it would just be where a signature would be made and it would come through this office.
So you're giving each
Correct.
one of
Department
us
head
a
is still on
copy,
there,
I
yes.
think that's what,
Yeah.
you're just giving
Yeah,
us, oh,
yeah.
okay, okay.
Department head
okay.
is still on there, supervisor's still on there. It would just be
Yeah.
coming through our office.
Yep.
Just in addition to,
Thank you, I think that's
as far as
very, I think that's very important. Very-
nothing else has changed on there, just
Okay.
adding the signature line.
Okay. That's for you.
And then all of you should have a YMCA packet.
Yep.
And that I've given to you this morning. I'd like to propose that we as the county also offer our employees a YMCA membership along with Anytime Fitness. Right now, currently, we do go through Anytime Fitness. We don't have a corporate agreement with them yet, so they just give a discounted price. We have 14 people that have an Anytime Fitness membership, which isn't a lot for the county.
Did you include me in that?
Yeah, well, I'm assuming the list came from Anytime Fitness, so I don't
Oh,
know.
oh, oh, okay, okay.
I don't know.
So your request was that we provide memberships, is that?
No,
The request is that we, in addition to Anytime Fitness, also allow our employees to go to the YMCA. The YMCA would like to partner with us in a corporate membership.
the big deal is payroll deduction,
Yeah.
that's where we really
That's
come
what I
in.
thought. That's
Yeah.
We
where
don't
they
put any
were
money in it.
approved.
We don't put any money
We
in it.
don't put any money in it,
No.
but and Mrs. Schrader, I understand, has said she's okay with that.
Correct.
Okay, all right.
Yes, she has. If we do a corporate membership through the Y and offer this to our employees, no, there's no cost to us as the county. But they will give us, as long as we do payroll deduct, a 20% discount, all of our
You
people.
give them,
Give the
our
people.
employees.
Our employees, yeah, the 20% discount, which is an overall savings for family of $197 a year, single parent $176 a year, and single adult $165. And there's so much more that the Y can offer versus the fitness center. I'd like to have both of those options still
I do too,
available.
yeah, I like
For
both
anybody.
those. Yeah.
And as a corporate membership, they're willing to waive the $75 enrollment fee for our employees. Our employees will sign a contract that's valid for a year, a 12-month period.
Okay.
If for some reason that employee voluntarily leaves or is terminated from our employment, the premiums stop, we notify the Y directly, they take it off the bill, and that individual is allowed to go on their own if they wish and continue membership on their own. So there's no hassle to us except to do the payroll deduction every 26.
And write the check.
Correct. We get a usage report from the Y, it'll show
Good.
the employees going.
Good.
And they will attend our health fairs. The activities committee this year is looking at doing a health fair around the flu shot season time to get people over here. And they will attend our health fair and do free screenings and stuff for our employees. It's just another benefit with no cost to the county.
Looking for a motion that we allow this to happen. Or not.
You say Vicki is okay with another
I did talk to Vicki
payroll
already.
deduction.
I did. It will be a very simple process.
You drop out of this at any time.
It's a 12-month contract as an employee
Per individual.
per adult family for membership,
So
correct?
something, I say I get involved in it, and after the first 3 months, something happens, I don't wanna continue. May I at that time drop out?
No,
The only terms of that would be if there's a hardship, a reason for a hardship, and they will allow that if there's a reason for a hardship.
and I will tell you, because I'm not proud of it, that I had a 2-year contract with Anytime Fitness, and I paid a lot of months. I paid $25 a lot of months that I never went.
Anytime
But I
Fitness
signed
has
a
a 2-year.
contract.
Well,
It's
the
an
Y only has a
individual.
1 year.
The county wouldn't be
Well,
responsible.
be sure Is that stated on here?
They will have all that information up front, yep.
Well,
Yeah,
be sure
everybody.
they know.